Welcome back to the table, everybody, for Tales of Trusia, Campaign 3, Episode 3.
I don't know why he's looking at me.
Clark, would you give me a recap?
Yes, hello. Joined this party late, but where we left off at, we finally have a full party. We left off with myself and these other two guys. I haven't met their names yet. I came out of the alleyway to see demons fighting, citizens running, fleeing in the streets. I approached and helped defeat these demons. We noticed that there was a wizard, what's his name? Ed? Amarin, yeah. Thought I had it.
So good.
He had this little box he was running with through the streets, and this cloud was following him, so we figured we'd talk to him. Made a mountain with just me and him, and we talked about it. He told me what was going on. Scooped up the other two guys that seemed to know what was going on, and not Eowyn, that's Lord of the Rings. Amarin, that's close.
Don't demonetize us.
And we flew over before I got shot down by some magical bolt in the sky, got knocked out, and then there we are.
Yep, and I'll just add that Galandriel came at the end and took you all to the sorcery infirmary. And at this point, post video, roll that cool Tales of Trusia thing with the smoke and the logo. There we go. And where we will pick up is all of you all awakening in the infirmary, besides you, Plick.
Am I still a griffin, or?
No, you reverted back because you knelt down in front of Galandriel.
That's right, I forgot about that, yeah. Alright, so I'm still kneeling, I guess, or did...
No, you're in the infirmary.
I would like
You're
to
getting out of the beds now.
I'd like to wake up to just screaming my absolute brains out.
Okay.
Like just pain and anguish.
I would like to approach
Let's
Jacob.
Get your dirty hands off me.
So you approach him.
Get off of me.
And let him know that the sword he picked up off the ground during our fight was mine.
Do I have the sword on me?
Am I in the same room?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
But all of you all have been switched to like these kind of, not necessarily silk, but very comfortable like infirmary robes where your injuries have been treated and everything. So your belongings have seemingly been taken from you for washing or whatever, and they might be brought back to you, they might be misplaced. You don't know. But you're in these infirmary robes right now.
So we don't have any of our stuff?
No.
I still want to tell him that the
Well,
sword
tell
you
him.
picked up, the sword you picked
Not
up.
now. Listen, where is my shit? Is there anybody in the room? I'd like to look around.
Speaking of your shit,
I'm not worried about you right now. I'm trying to get my axe back. Thank you very much. Anyways, is there anybody in the room with us?
So as you're making this commotion, a small, shorter than typical. You know, the elves are typically 5'6", 5'7".
hold on, pause.
Yes.
Is shit gonna be something I have to edit out?
No.
Okay.
There was no pause. There is no pause. This 5'6" elven female in the traditional red and blue robes of the Arthurian Sorcery Institute walks in with kind of like what would be the medieval version of a clipboard, and she's walking in and seeing you all fighting, and she says, "Heavens me, you all should be in bed. You should not be out of
Woman,
bed."
where is my shit? Since I can say that.
I don't know. I'm the nurse.
Go find out where my shit is.
All of our shit.
And are you saying anything?
I'm just watching.
She's like very non-confrontational, and she starts to.
Quit blinking and go get my shit.
And she
This
goes.
is why you don't ask women to do anything.
And she. That'll be a
You
blooper.
are
She comes out of the room and
I don't
a
know,
couple.
I think I'll leave it.
Okay.
So in the game, my character might be sexist, but it's all fictional.
For legal
Disclaimer.
reasons, this is a joke.
So she leaves, and about 10 minutes later, an armored guard, like an armored Arthurian guard, he's a Donman, faceplate on, comes in, and behind him 3 more come, and they're just carrying kind of like chests with them, with all y'all's things in them. As they open them up,
See, screaming at women gets what you want. Okay.
they open
We
them
do
up.
not support screaming at women.
They open up 3 chests, And in behind the last of the Arthurian guards enters a goblin garbed in the same kind of robes as the Arthurian students would be garbed in.
So I'm guessing my character notices the body language change. I'm gonna just take a moment to step in and introduce myself to these guys that I talked in the alleyway.
Yep.
Hello.
I'd like to interrupt him. Is that my shit? As I asked the guard.
Plick, you know that you've been tasked with getting these things out, but you handle it how you want. You've been tasked with giving them their things back by the headmaster of the academy, and they're interrupting each other, seem to be arguing.
Can I just shadow step out? And as I'm in the shadows, I would like to just move the chests in front of each of them, and then just go back to where I was.
As this is happening, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Tyrium.
Okay.
He talks like a druid.
Salvar.
Salvan. Pleasant to meet you. Where are you from?
Great question.
I'd like to open the chest in front of me.
Okay, you open it up, and Plick didn't necessarily make sure that the chests were in front of the right people, so, choose a number between 1 and 3. No dice rolls, just 1 and 3.
2.
Okay, in your chest is Tyrium's gear. Tyrium, choose a number between 1 and 3, or just choose between 1 and 3.
Let's choose 3.
Okay, yeah, you have Salvar's gear, and you have his gear. You have Matthias's gear, Jacob's character.
Do I see that he has my
Yeah,
gear?
you open it up, and this is obviously not your stuff.
And I see him open that one up.
Yes.
Okay, I would like to push him out of the way and take my stuff.
Okay, give me a strength check. Matt, roll a dexterity
As
save.
I see them bickering and arguing, I was like, I just shrug my
nat
shoulders and go
1.
get my stuff since there's no one
19.
near it.
Yeah, so you get your stuff, right? As they're sitting there like children back and forth, you just collect
He
all.
rolled a nat 1.
Hold on. You collect all of your stuff, Tyrium,
Let him do his
and
thing.
you go to push him, and unbeknownst to you, he's activated his conjured armor. So when you push him, you're repulsed back into the
Yeah, that never
wall
went away.
next to into the far wall to your left. You're repulsed into it.
Of course I am.
Anything?
I would like to get up.
Yeah.
I would like to retrieve my gear
Do I see
while
like
he's
what
gathering
race he is, like
his,
just from first glance? Like his
Him
name?
or
No, Matthias.
He's a Loman. Yeah, that's pretty obvious.
Okay, so he's not. Okay.
And
I'm just
he's
gonna
a
step in.
Primordian elf.
Okay.
I would
It
like to
seems,
gather my gear while he's gathering his bearings.
I'm just gonna speak softly. I'm just gonna say, it seems we have quite a blended party here. Young man,
You're just mad at everybody.
rage is a powerful weapon, but you have to know when to use it.
Have I gained my bearings back yet? Am I understanding what he's saying to me?
Have I gathered my stuff?
Yeah.
I would like to gather my stuff.
Okay. Yep. You're just extremely sore at this point.
Is the katana in my stuff?
Yes, the katana is in your
Convenient.
chest.
I'll
Wait,
put it.
he
You
was
take your
gathering
stuff
his
in your
bearings.
chest.
One at a time. Come on now.
I said my stuff. I meant all of my stuff.
You didn't say that.
No, it is the law of declaration. The katana would be in his stuff because he was knocked out with the katana on his person.
I would like to approach him.
Hold on. Hold on. Clark, since you're the only one not arguing, and Plick, this doesn't necessarily affect you because you're expecting it anyway. You give me a perception check.
Okay.
Because I'm lucky with the goblin again.
I am the luckiest of goblins.
I'm a lucky little lad. I wish you were an Irish goblin.
17.
Okay, so you notice immediately, being the only one not arguing, Galandrill enter the room so that you all are in, and he goes, so you have
As
awakened.
he enters, I kneel again.
Yep. And he says, come, please get up.
I'm gonna do the same thing because I'm in the school, so
Yeah, so he tells Tyrium to get up. He says, please get up, knowing who you are, because you're a pretty infamous person to him. And he goes, it is I who should bow. And he bows to you. And he looks at Plick and he says, when have we ever done that?
You just follow the crowd. Yeah.
I'm pleased to see that you all have recovered. I trust that you all have found your stay comfortable. any of you can speak with him, that you please.
I'm still gonna approach.
Okay.
for
Master
my katana.
Galadriel, not quite sure what's going on. Can you tell me about this box?
Yes, I can. The box contained 3 enchanted rings. They were the only way into the dream realm. But those rings have since been transferred, how do I say this, to your bodies. As he points to the brands now around your forearms.
I see. Are any others
I
marked?
should be able to view
The other
this
2 are
segment.
marked. Plick is not.
Other than us?
No, there were 3 rings. Imran has entrusted them to you. I fear that it is not a path that should have been put on anybody without their consent, but in desperation, I believe that he saw you all as his best hope to protect the rings.
Well, what will you have of us?
Well, we're going to have to start by figuring out what exactly happened here. I've spoken to the king, and he has commissioned me, if you are willing, to serve as my personal agents in solving this issue.
I can't speak for the whole group. I've only merely met them. But I'm on a quest of my own, and I'm looking for any help that I can get.
So, you say that, and Galadriel looks to them, wondering if you all will accept the responsibility.
We're still in the midst of conversation.
Yeah, go ahead. That's fine, but he's just looking at you all right now.
I feel like Natsu and Gray. You know, have you ever watched Grey Tale? Oh no, never
No,
mind.
I haven't.
So you all are arguing?
Not necessarily arguing.
not
I've
arguing.
just approached it.
Jack just said, I'm not arguing with anybody.
I'm just having a grand old time. I just walked up in a
So,
random.
yeah,
park.
so Galadriel looks at you. What say you?
Oh, you need to talk to your boy there.
I'm still looking at him. I'm
Maybe-
not paying any attention
Are
to
you just
Galadriel.
ignoring? Oh, just disrespecting him. Okay.
Yeah, so with a... Give me a Constitution save, Matthew.
Ooh.
That would be a 6.
With a flick of his hand, or with a flick of his fingers, your body is locked up and turned towards him with a strong telekinetic bind. As you're turned towards him, and he said, as a member of the Primordian, I would have expected better manners from you. Now please answer my questions.
That's kind of badass.
What was the question?
He asked if you would take up the responsibility put on you by Imran.
I can take part.
Very well. And you, Master Loman?
Well, I think I will. Don't got nothing better to do.
Nothing would please Zoltar better than the trials you are about to embark on. Zoltar being the god of the Loman, who rewards the Loman based on the number of trials they put themselves through in their
Big
lives.
bear guy.
I need to get some. I need to get some origin stories on my race.
Just watch
Well, there's a whole
channel.
YouTube
Yeah.
channel.
Trusia.
It's like 2 hours long. Okay, I didn't want to.
No, the origin stories are not that
Yeah, they're
long.
clips.
They're about 10 to 15 minutes.
You know what there's not one on? Goblins. You know what we have at this table right now? A fucking goblin. And,
Goblin, you said.
What would be my origin?
Goblin.
well, we'll get there.
You're a rat piece of dirt.
And then to you, Galadriel says, and Plick, you are to be my personal representative amongst this party.
Yes, sir.
Well, I don't know about that. Putting a goblin in my party is not gonna work. So,
He's just mad I won the
I
drinking
think you should have
competition.
to do
listen
a
here, you little
Constitution
green
saving throw of his own.
Huh?
I said, I think you should have to do a Constitution saving throw of his own. I feel like that would piss Galadriel off.
Well, Galadriel's calm and collected. What was pissing him off was he was sitting here talking to you, and you're just not even. You said yourself, declared, I'm not going to heed anything he's saying.
you did disrespect him.
Well, if it helps you, do not think of him as a goblin. Think of him as an elderly Primordian elf.
Well, there's only one thing I hate as much as goblins, and that's old people. So
Well, maybe this will persuade you. And he throws you a sack of 50 gold pieces.
I try to catch it.
Okay. Give me a performance check.
Okay.
It's all language.
Oh, it's just
If you
7.
just said iconic,
7?
it would have been fun.
Yeah, it's not a. Actually, you know what? You give me a performance check, and Plick give me a performance check.
Me again?
No.
Oh.
9.
None?
Yeah.
Yeah, so since he was throwing it to you, you roll, just give me advantage. Sorry, I'm just now thinking about that. So Plick has to go out of his way to get it.
4.
Okay, yeah. So he throws the coin purse at you, and like instantaneously, Plick just disappears, and you just see a small little round shadow move around, and Plick reappears and grabs the coin purse, and Galandril says, "Now, Plick, you give that back."
Yes, sir.
I guess I take the purse from the little goblin dude.
And Galandril, talking to Plick again,
Begrudgingly.
says, if somebody were looking for something, I would advise starting with an investigation of the fairgrounds. Now, good day to you, Master Plick. Good day to you and the rest of you. And he turns with his hands behind his back and he paces out of the infirmary.
We start on him about my gear now.
All right.
Yes, you all.
I put on all my gear.
The floor is open to the party. You all discuss whatever you need to.
So I
Am I
gear
still
up.
in my robes?
You are, but you have all your gear with you. You have a backpack and everything, so.
I'm just
Right.
gonna leave and get in my regular attire.
Okay.
I gear up and I approach Matthias.
Okay. You too. Go ahead.
We don't have time for this elf. We have a mission, obviously.
Now I get aggressive
I'm
with
going to
him.
attempt to
Now I get
slide a
aggressive
hand
with him.
and pickpocket the katana off of him. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm seeing this is a huge distraction.
Yep,
to the party.
You
You
don't
give
even
me-
know what he's asking for. I haven't let him.
Well, no,
have
no.
actually said
You
it
all are in a
multiple
room. You all are in a room, so he's heard
yes.
everything. So Clark, you give me sleight of hand. Jacob, you
Natural 20.
You give me a well,
times. Well,
one second. So Clark, you got a natural 20. So there's no point in you rolling the insight check because it's not going to do anything.
I'm gonna roll to try and steal it off Clark.
you're not even in the room.
Well, hold on. He got a natural 20, which means that he maximally succeeds. So let me get this out first. I need to know because he hasn't declared what he's doing yet. So tell me exactly what you're doing.
I just see them bickering and arguing. I'm just going to stick him on his backside and just casually take it out of his pocket and put it in my waistband. And I'm going to walk over around the other side. I'm going to put it in Salvar's waistband.
Plus,
or in
Plick-
his sheath.
Yep, I got you. Plus, Plick, I'll remind you that you are in fact not in the room per your.
Yeah,
going
I
to
remember I was gonna
change.
go gear up. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're in the midst of arguing,
That
and
would've
neither
been
one of
funny.
them notices. You pull the
Can I
katana from
roll
one.
a perception check to see if I notice him put it in my waist.
Go for it.
20.
Natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you watch the whole thing as he goes up there. He just takes it out and he sneaks around and puts it in your waistband. But you're so heated that at this point you're like knife handing in his face. So the real question is, do you want to?
I just walk away.
Okay, he just walks away, and you probably feel this overwhelming sense of, I just told that motherfucker. As Plick re-enters the room.
So
Oh.
wait. Oh,
Go ahead.
Plick, I'm Tyrium. Nice to meet you.
Jesus Christ. Do you have to tell
Nice to
everybody
meet
who
you
you
there.
are? Nobody cares. Nobody cares who you are. Anyways, are we
It's
going to
not
go
a
to these
friendly one, this
fairgrounds?
lad.
No, it's not. It's not one bit.
Are we going to go to the fairgrounds or no?
Let's go.
He's got a point. Let's head.
All right. We head to the fairgrounds.
Everybody's going?
Yes.
Yeah. So you all travel from the Arthurian Sorcery Institute. You walk the 3 miles it would take you to get back to the street where all the festivities were happening. And it's just chaos when you arrive there. Like, you realize that in the heat of the moment, you didn't quite understand all the devastation these demons were rotting on the city. There's broken parts of buildings. Most of the tents are destroyed. There's soldiers out there just cleaning the stuff up and creating
Matt,
a cordon.
Do
and
you have any kind of like levitation magic or anything?
I can create water pools. That's about it.
That's useless.
Can't you turn into an eagle and fly and look around?
That's
can-
also useless. I was gonna see if he could help rebuild it all.
for eagle, wolf, tiger shark, and a wasp.
Okay, go on.
And as you walk up, the guard commander walks up to specifically you, recognizing you from the academy,
Yeah.
and he says, "Halt! What's your business here, Plick?
I was assigned to investigate these grounds.
Assigned by who?"
Galandril himself?
Right. And he steps out of the way. He says, "Are these 3 with you?
Yes, sir.
Carry on."
You could have caused a lot of problems just now. you could have scuffed up something real big. Right?
You could be like, nope, no.
Well, luckily, Galandrill is the First Lord of Sorcery, which means he's the King's advisor on sorcery. He's a member of the Council of Lords. So almost every guard captain is going to be aware of who he is.
No matter where you're at, pretty much.
Yeah, so you all go in anywhere in particular. You're back on the street that had like it had like the drinking tents and the knife throwing tents, the dragon dice tables. There were like small vendors. It's all kind of demolished now. If you could imagine.
I think we should try to help clean up.
I would like to investigate.
We can do that while we help. Helps our reputation there, lad.
I can help clean.
That's true. Each of you gain 3 reputation points for helping the guards. Just notate it somewhere. And go ahead, Salvar, and give me an investigation. 6. You notice nothing out of the ordinary as you all are cleaning up.
Helps people be less aware.
Just kind of rubbles.
Can I suggest the whole party investigate?
You could suggest whatever you want. You just have to tell them in character.
Guys, I think we should investigate.
What do you think we're doing?
Plick, give me an investigation check.
17.
Okay, sweet. Who else is rolling an investigation here?
All of you.
I've had a
13.
13.
So 13?
Yeah, okay. So, you all notice, you two that got the 13, you kind of notice a residue on the ground where most of the shadow demons were whenever the spell was dispersed, and they just kind of faded back down. And it's still kind of shadowy, and it kind of gives off this little black fog. But, Plick, you notice more than that. You seem to notice there's a pattern. They seem to be spaced out in a certain radius, not exceeding kind of where the eye of the storm was. And you kind of begin to realize that you kind of recall that the eye of the storm was off to your left about 3 alleys down.
Click, what do you notice?
Well, I noticed what the person asking me about investigation shouldn't be asking me. I also think the rest of you should follow me if you don't care.
Wait a minute, guys.
That told me nothing other than to follow him.
I think I lost my katana.
Well, you know what? Okay, yeah, go. I like this. I love the party communicating. So go ahead. Go ahead before we.
Hey, guys. I had a katana. I don't have a katana
I'm
anymore.
gonna slip into the shadows.
Yeah, you slip in to a nearby alleyway
Seeing
in the
him
shadow.
disappear, I want to do
Still
a
active.
perception check, see what the fuck is going on.
Is
If
my
I can
armor
see where his
still
magic's going or anything.
Yeah, go ahead.
I found it anyways. I don't care to lose it. Go about my business.
It's a total of, I got plus 11.
So all you seem to notice is that when he casts spells, it gets a little bit more dim, but it's only briefly. It's not enough for you to really like pay attention to. With that being said, Plick, you move towards the alley where you all need to be going, and you reappear there in the shadow of the alley. Real quick,
Click gone.
real quick to let me address what's happened here. I didn't hear what you said, so
He let it go.
oh, okay.
I was like, I found it anyways.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, Plick.
I'm over here, lads.
All right, let's go.
Well, you know, it's like Bilbo Baggins, don't demonetize us, said, never ask, I'll substitute goblin for elf here, never ask an elf for their advice, because they will tell you both yes and no.
Yep.
So, wait, he's in the shadow in the alley?
Yeah.
And I say I'm over here, there, lad.
So we
Yeah,
just
he's
hear
kind
a
of waving
voice?
at you.
Oh.
No, he's kind of waving
Yeah,
at
I'm
you.
like telling you, come
okay.
on.
We go.
Probably bleep you saying Bilbo.
No, don't bleep me. Don't talk about bleeping shit. No, just kidding. Yeah, but you all follow Plick, and as you make your way down the alley, you kind of notice there's a... anybody here with magical prowess, give me an Arcana check. So only Matthias is the only one that...
Arcana.
You're just looking around
I
seeing...
rolled a 5.
5.
I got a 15.
You don't notice
I got a
anything
20,
explicitly.
not that.
You two kind of can feel the ambience and like the residual energy of like this dark craft that was cast here, and it just kind of gives you all shudders and cold chills the closer you move down the alleys.
I'd like to. Let's see here.
Oi, elves. What's going on?
How long does
It
this?
doesn't look good.
Does my
What doesn't
bear
look
form?
good?
Does it last until
dark
I either
aura
turn it
around
off
us.
or?
Yes, yes.
So I'm
It
gonna go-
lasts until you're killed or you turn it off.
Okay,
Can
I'm
I
gonna
hit
go
it
ahead
with my
and
axe?
transform into brown.
No.
What was my points for?
Unfortunately.
Call me when you need an axe.
Well, you just
What was my
follow
magic
us as
points?
We investigate.
I think it was 14.
14.
Fair.
And this costs.
So, how you printed off his stats? I think you should do that for my animals. I don't know what we're gonna
Okay.
do for wasps,
Hang on, sorry, trying to find the how many points it costs real quick.
You would be a fucking wasp.
but annoying as shit. But you can't get rid of them.
Oh, you can.
I got a two-handed axe that says otherwise, or two-hand axes.
That would
What was that?
definitely be a roll
What
with
was that? There's
disadvantage.
wasp spray from Harbor Freight in Trusia.
Bleeping Harbor Freight.
Stop saying bleep! Stop it! Nobody cares.
So I'm gonna be.
Yeah, in fact,
So,
we would like an
I'm gonna use
endorsement from
my
Harbor
bear
Freight.
form.
Go ahead.
Use,
Hold on.
use my keen smell to see if
Okay.
I can kind of help steer us more in a narrow
Yeah,
direction.
so
that.
you're
Eat
behind. You're kind of behind Plick as he leads. You're the first one because you tried to notice what he was doing. You're the first one, followed by Matthias and then Salvar, and Plick just behind you. You just hear kind of like just someone changing as what was skin becomes fur,
I'm gonna use Cloak of Night,
and then
my cantrip.
okay,
I
hold
hear
on.
something scary and I do the goblinest
Hold
thing
on.
ever. I disappear.
Yeah, so you burst out in your bear form and go ahead and
Yeah, I'm definitely disappearing now.
well, give me an Arcana check, Plick. No, just Plick.
Just play? Not even the rest of us?
9.
No, because you're watching it happen from behind.
That's
You
a valid point.
at first are scared, but eventually you realize this is the Animorph spell. You're not familiar with it personally, but you've seen it.
But I know it through the school.
Yep.
Okay, so I freak out a little bit less.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
reappear, and as you're smelling, you can pick up the magical energy, and you just kind of take the lead as Plick climbs up on your back, and you just kind of, I mean, do you just let that happen?
Goblin on a bear.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah,
it's-
he kind of climbs
yeah.
up on your back. Yeah, and it leads you alley to alley, 3 alleys down, like I said, and in the center you find circles, and in between it are giantish, like the language runes in between it. There are several like ash-style skeletons around it.
Since I'm in the
I would
school,
like to
can I?
read the runes.
Yeah, I was about to say, can I roll to figure out what the runes are?
I'm
Will I have any
proficient in all
idea?
languages.
Yes, you may look. You know the runes as being the language of magic. You really can only tell that they say summon, paranoia, fear, shadow below it, but you understand that this is summoning from a different plane of existence.
I can't roll for it.
No, you just understand it, but you understand that this is summoning from a different plane of existence. No role
Summon,
required. You've been
yeah.
a student for
Yeah.
however many
Paranoia.
years.
Fear.
Yep.
Hey, Salvar. I'm pretty sure I fought with that bear before.
It was unnecessary. He's
Wait,
part
what
of the
all
group.
what all 4 of those were
It was
again?
just a bear. I didn't know.
What were all 4 of those again, Matt?
Summon.
I would like to
Paranoia.
scratch that again.
Fear.
Again, you
I think
never
it's
scratched
just
it the
that
first
one.
time.
Did I not scratch it
No.
the first time? I thought I did.
Fear, summon.
I think it was just
Summon,
paranoia.
paranoia,
Like,
and fear.
Sorry about the whole
Paranoia.
misunderstanding.
And but for this part, Nate, go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
So many Arcana checks. I keep flunking them.
This is your time to shine.
Oh, it's not.
No, it's not. I got with the +3, it's an 8.
Okay, so Salvar, you give me an Arcana check, and also you,
Arcana
Tyrion.
25.
yeah, Tyrion. Sorry.
You're fine.
25.
Oh,
Jesus.
mine's not good either.
Holy
Mine's
shit.
a 7.
So you piecing it together with the like protégaic knowledge that you have, you can tell that a summoning like this would require multiple people, and that's why the skeletons are there.
The skeletons were part of the summoning ritual and they died in the process.
Each one of you roll me a 20-sided dice.
here.
For what?
Natural 1.
I got a 9.
10.
I got a 9.
My bear ain't very smart, I guess.
Yeah. So
Do we add anything to this?
No,
or-
no, no.
Okay.
No. So, as you're observing, Tyrion, you were hit with just a bolt from a crossbow out of nowhere in your shoulder as a bear, dealing you 10 points of damage as a bear.
I'm gonna leap off his back and then just disappear with my cloak of night.
Yeah. Anybody want to give an investigation check?
I will.
10
I'd
points.
like to pull my claymore.
Yeah. So you're like,
Exactly.
14.
go
You
ahead.
said 10?
Yeah, 10.
14.
14? Yeah, so you kind of notice out of the corner of your eye a figure clad in dark, almost like
I think there's a
pitch
bear.
black robing,
Would've been
a
dead.
silver face mask on. It has eyes and it has vents for them to breathe
I
through.
would like to immediately
Hold
turn
on.
into a wolf.
Hold on.
Hold
Let me
on.
finish the scene. As he shoots his crossbow bolt into Tyrion, and he begins to pull his crossbow back and begins to kind of shuffle back from the rooftop. He doesn't really realize you've seen him yet.
Alright, so I immediately turn into a wolf,
Okay.
check out Tyrion, and sniff up the bolt.
Yep. And you notice that it's laced with Balagron poison, which is a poisonous type of frog people from the marshlands.
I would like to turn and give them a howl, and then paw at the bolt, and then
Yep.
take off towards the man.
Well, he's up on the rooftops and you're in wolf form.
Is it a build? Like a
I can
house?
still sit below the.
Yeah, they're pretty tall buildings, probably 2-story, but there are crates and stuff. It would just be hard for a wolf to climb with no.
I would like to sit below
hands.
it and bark.
Yeah, okay, so he sits below it and barks. You begin to feel the effects of the poison, and what do the other two of you do?
Boy, goblin.
Oh, I'm gone, bro. You can't see me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can't see where he's gone,
Frick.
but Flick, you can see the wolf kind of like.
Can I see where he's barking at?
Yeah, it's up to the rooftop of the closest 2-story building to your right. You're kind of in like the square of an alleyway.
So
If that makes
I would
sense.
assume that there's gutters in this place, and I would assume that.
Yeah, well, there's
as-
crates and everything.
Well, I would
stacked up
assume
there.
that as a goblin growing up in Forktown, it would be no problem for me to climb up.
Well,
a
not
gutter.
to mention if you're in shadow form, you can travel between shadows up to the
So I'm
top.
just gonna fly up to the top.
Yeah, so you travel along the wall, no more than 30 feet up to the top before you stop, and your spell wears off, and you're standing there, and you watch as this black garbed figure is just taking off along the rooftop. He's jumping from rooftops.
Did I catch
and
his
stuff.
scent whenever I sniffed
You
the
did,
bolt?
yes.
So as he's taking off, I would like to follow him along the street.
How far away is he?
He's maybe got 20 feet away from you, but he's jumping from rooftop to rooftop.
I'm gonna use Under the Cover of Darkness, and it's gonna be my spell point. It costs 4 points, so I'm not gonna be able to use any spells for a while. Where's my spell points at?
Right here. Should have been right there.
Cole, how many spell points do I have?
It's on your sheet up there. It says SP at
Yeah,
the
it's
top.
not on his sheet.
Yeah, it's not on here.
It's not at the top. It's down here. SP.
No, that's gold. They definitely are on the
No, it
sheet.
says SP.
Oh, let me see your sheet, Ken.
Here.
I'm gonna take a next stick hit. Is that cool?
Okay, so
Yeah. Let me get the book real quick, Nate. Sorry.
All right, I'm sorry,
is
bro.
GP gold?
No, I
Yeah,
remember. You
you
have
already-
16.
So now you have
16?
75.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And since he's 20 feet away, oh well, hold up.
No, not 16. Sorry, 11. 11. My bad. I'm sorry about that. Because you're rogue and goblin.
Where's 7? Okay. And since he's 20 feet away, I'm gonna pop up right in front of him with my dual swords, and I'm just gonna thrust him into his gut.
Well, hold on. You pop up next to him, but as soon as you pop up, he's able, with his uncanny awareness, to just button hook and immediately go the opposite direction. As he jumps from a rooftop.
I would like to continue howling as I'm chasing him through the alleys.
Can you
So that way the
transform
rest of
again?
the group can hear
Yeah,
me.
but if
as
I
I'm
go back, it'll
traveling.
cost me more points.
Let's pause right there with Plick real quick, because now you're only 5 feet away from him. We'll say you're 5 feet. And we'll go to what Matthias and Tyrion are doing.
I guess I I'm seeing the wolf howling and start running. I don't know if I see the wind. Do I see him?
Yeah, you kind of saw Plick just kind of appear out of nowhere and catch his balance on top of the rooftop and take off along the rooftop.
Okay, so it's risky, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna transform into my griffin form now. So
Righteous?
I won't have a lot of
Gorgeous.
spell points left. I'm
Yep.
gonna transform my griffin. I'm gonna grab the dude that doesn't seem to have wings. I'm gonna,
Okay.
in my talon, or if he wants, I'm gonna sit there see if he wants to hop on first. If he doesn't, I'll just grab him.
Yeah. So you kind of fly up into the air, and you're flapping. You're feeling the effects of the poison, but give me a strength roll disadvantage because of the poison to grapple him.
Okay.
Wait, am I on your? Did you say you were picking me up?
Well, I was gonna offer him to hop on first. If he didn't, then I was gonna grab him.
Oh, grab him. I thought you meant grab the other
No.
guy.
No.
Okay, yeah, no. If you're willing, there's no roll needed for
Can you
Okay.
give me like a little beak nod
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah.
Get me somewhere where I can hit something and I hop on his back.
I just take off towards the rooftop.
As the Loman's got his claymore, just kind of holding on, flying above. And yeah, you kind of see where Plix reappeared and went to attack the guy, and the guy just shuffles in one motion and goes the other way, and now he's going left across the rooftops. You're on the ground. You've turned left as well. You all are flying just kind of slightly behind him. Plick, give me an athletics check for the next jump over.
Nine.
9? It's not far.
Okay.
You jump from rooftop and you're kind of stumbled, giving him another 5 feet ahead of you as you're just.
I'm gonna yeet my short sword at him.
Okay, give me a range.
Right at his back.
What would I have to use to torpedo dive off the
13
griffin
plus
to tackle this
range.
dude?
Well, it depends on 1 second. Let me get what he's doing.
Where's range? Is there
It
a
should
thing
be
for that?
dex.
No.
Dex?
Your range won't matter at this point because range just means a ranged attack. Just means you're throwing your weapon.
Oh, well, I did 13 on the D20.
13.
Yeah.
And that's plus your dexterity.
Plus my dex, plus 4, so 17.
Yeah, so you throw it, and it clips the assassin. He kind of stumbles and falls off of one of the roofs into a nearby alleyway. He's kind of discombobulated for a minute below you in the alleyway.
Before we do
I
anything
should
else,
be right on
I
top
want
of
to make it very apparent to everyone that I'm running for my other short sword. I'm going to pick that up before I do anything because I'm not losing it.
Okay, and yeah, so when he falls off the alley, you catch the scent, you cut in real hard from the street, heading his way. What do you two do?
I'm assuming I see him throw the sword and the dude tumble.
Yeah,
I'm
you do.
still
I
marking.
dive bomb straight in that alleyway, like wings tucked and everything.
Yeah.
Just fucking
Falcon dive.
Yeah, and
Falcon.
when you get-
Like as I'm diving in, I'm wanting to like slam into the guy.
Yeah, okay, hold on. So you dive in, and when you get about 5 feet from the ground, the Loman jumps, does a superhero roll, gets up with his sword, with his claymore ready as you dive in and just beak, just right into the guy. Yeah, roll me whatever attack roll that correlates to on the Griffin.
That should be dex.
Interesting.
You have the
Yeah.
Griffin sheet on there.
I guess
I
it would be
I think
under
I-
bite.
Can I make a correction?
Probably
What you
beak,
just
right?
Probably beak.
Yeah.
Plus
Beak.
6 to hit, reach
Yeah.
5 feet. Okay, yeah. All right.
Yeah, so roll the hit and then roll the.
All right. Was he prone? Because he fell.
He is prone, so there is
I
advantage.
did get
on
advantage.
it.
All right, I'm gonna roll this one again. That's the same goddamn number.
I think you got a
5,
bleak
and I
nod
get a
and
plus.
goddamn on that one.
It says it somewhere. I get a plus 6 to hit, so it's an 11.
That will not hit.
Damn.
So as you come in, he's able to just slightly move, but if he hadn't, it would have been game over. Because as your beak hits the ground, it just sends the cobblestone flying. The Loman's prepared. The wolf comes in beside the Loman, and Plick is down there with both of his short swords,
That he picked up.
just freaking ready to
Wait,
fight this guy.
am I down there already or am I still on the roof?
No, you're down there. You
Oh,
made it
okay.
down there.
Okay.
Um,
I was going to jump from the roof.
at that, as he recovers, roll initiative.
Yeah! Oh, natty 1, daddy.
6.
Non.
Oh, I have it.
I got an 8.
Hey,
Nate.
roll again, Nate.
Me?
Yep.
Isn't that great?
10.
Roll again.
I guess with my natty 1, it's a 2.
One.
Okay, yep. So who had the highest? So you were 9. You were what?
I'm a 1.
I had a
1
10.
6. So it's
2
gonna,
total.
I had
it's
a 10.
Yeah, it's gonna go Matthias, and then it's gonna go the assassin, then Plick. That's why you were rolling again, because
Yeah.
you rolled the same as the assassin. And then it's going to go Salvar, and then Tythire. Now,
We'll do
Matthias,
this
what are you doing? Is the assassin just kind of, you can hear him just breathing through his face mask as he gets up, and he's already got his dagger ready. He's kind of low down.
Still
I
a
would
little-
like.
I can't in character.
You're not with
say
that.
no.
I don't want to. I don't want to strike him. I would like
So
to
yeah,
grab,
yourself.
like the blade
That was fine.
and pommel hit him.
Okay.
Trying to
give me-
knock him down.
Yeah, give me a attack roll.
What is that with?
7.
That's with your strength.
Yeah, so 10.
Nope, does not hit. As your pommel comes in, he just kind of takes his dagger, pushes it off to the side, and he comes in for a counter strike on you.
Of course.
And since you're within 5 feet of him, he's going to get advantage on that.
Of course he is.
So does a 15 hit you to begin with?
No, he does not.
15 both times. As he comes in with a 15 does not make your armor class, just making sure.
Correct.
Okay.
I know how it works.
Yep. Okay. So he comes in with a dagger. As you're able to just expertly roll back around, as he moves your sword away, you come back, and with the cross guard of your claymore, you just kind of throw his dagger one way,
One question.
and then pull it back the other way and send it back this way. As his dagger sent this way, and hold on, that will bring us to Plick's turn. What's your question?
Does my conjured armor pass over to my animal form?
No. Go ahead, Plick.
Does he see me?
Yes, because you've not reinstituted your shadow magic.
I'm going to use my Cloak of Night cantrip, and I'm going to just jump on his back like a mad little goblin and just wrap around his throat and start just choking. And I'm going to be like,
Okay.
"What do you want?"
Okay, give me a gosh. So you're
I'm shadowed.
yeah, hold on. You're shadowed, but does Cloak of Night, is that the one that says you
That's
can't
the one that
Can
it
you
says,
interact with objects?
During this time, the caster is immune to all damage. Oh, cannot interact. I'm going to use Shadow Step then, which doesn't make me invisible, but it makes me very, very not noticeable. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, so give me a stealth check at advantage and then a
Oh
strength
God,
check.
thank the Lord. That's
Yeah.
not very good.
Man, rolls tonight. Trash.
7 plus 6,
13.
13, yeah.
Yeah, so that'll outmax his passive perception because he's not actively looking for you. Now give me your strength check to grapple him.
Oh, man.
Yeah!
Hey! 17!
Yep. So as he's sitting there, his dagger's just thrown this way, and now mysteriously as Plick reappears, and he's got him in a freaking rear naked choke, and the assassin whose breathing was already labored is like,
And I'm like, what do you want?
"You're distracted."
I'm just going to choke him harder.
Yeah. Okay. So attack rolls against him will now have advantage. His attack rolls will have disadvantage as we move to Salvar's turn.
kill him!
I would like to take
should
a gripping
investigate
bite
this!
onto his leg.
A gripping bite onto his leg.
Don't kill him!
Okay. Go
The
ahead.
point is to keep him in place, not
Go
to really
ahead.
hurt
Roll
him.
to attack.
So what would that be? My natural's a 16.
Yeah. So that'll hit him, and then a 1d6 for the bot.
6.
That is on a D6. 6.
Yes, it's the square
6.
one. Plus your
Strength would be
Yep.
+2, so 8.
Yep. So yeah, you bite into his leg. Let me mark that down. You bite into his leg as he's just kind of like, as he's being choked out. He's got this Loman in front of him with a claymore, and all of a sudden, well, first off, let's let Tyrion take his turn before we move on. I shouldn't have said all of a sudden before it was over.
So I'm gonna. So what do I? Passive perception. What do I see with this figure now that I'm up close to it?
3 objects attached.
Nothing
to it.
crazy because it's very clear that he's exhausted a lot of his magical abilities as an assassin and just sneaking through Arthoria to even take that shot on you. And then he's been running across rooftops. He's been knocked from a roof. He's got someone choking him out.
A wolf on his leg.
He's got a wolf on his left leg, just kind of tearing at his kneecaps, as he's just sitting there being like kind of keeping the Loman at bay with like quick knife thrusts. I mean, really, he seems like he's at a huge disadvantage in this fight.
Just a question for you. In my animal forms, can I speak normal through them, or do I have to transform?
So, like I said last time, I would assume that yes, you can speak
Because
normally
I'm
through your
magically
animal.
change into it, I can still magically use my voice?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to look down at this shadow getting choked out and say,
Tell me what you're doing.
Yeah, as the beak moves and it's just like,
Tell me what you're doing.
and his breathing becomes even more labored as at seeing the griffin speak.
oh, we will have you dead. And I flare my wings out.
Yeah, as he says, Tythire, take you all. And you just hear him snap.
Tythire?
Yeah, Tythire.
Can I do a history?
Yes, you can.
Can
but
I
you
do
hear
one?
him.
I wanna
Well,
join
yes,
that on.
yes, you can. All of you can do a history check. But he bites down on something
wasn't
as
very
his
good.
body goes limp.
Before
I got a
he
nine.
can swallow it, I would like to try to
Nine.
grab his throat to keep him from
Well,
swallowing.
he's got an iron mask on. So
A
I
mask?
I got a 19 on the history.
Do I have the
Nine.
ability to grasp his throat to keep him from swallowing?
you can try.
I'm gonna try it.
Go ahead with what's the history
Nine.
check?
19.
19.
9.
Oh, let me do a
Okay,
history check.
so at hearing
14.
Tythire, you're kind of like, because you realize that all shadow magic comes from the
From
15.
Tythire.
demigod Tythire.
Mm,
The rest of you have only heard about Tythire as far as children's bedtime stories would go.
Right.
Go ahead. What?
Oh, I got a 15 for my history. Oh, because you said everybody.
No. I'm talking about your check. To
Oh,
stop
yeah,
it.
yeah, okay. Come on, baby. Give it to me. No. 6.
Yeah, as the poison goes down his throat, he just kind of goes limp and he falls
I'll
to
be
the ground.
strength check.
Who's within 5 feet of him?
I'm
guess we
holding
all
his
of us.
throat.
All
guess
of
we
us
all
are
are.
on top of it.
Yeah.
He bit him.
So
I'm
all
on him.
of you all give me a Constitution save.
God damn. God!
Gosh.
2.
Constitution.
These dice are weighted against
14.
me.
14,
23.
10.
10.
Like 6, I don't even remember.
Okay,
Well,
so you two are safe. As Plick's able to backflip off of him, you kind of smell what's coming and you get back. But the other two of you,
bloody hell.
take 10 poison damage as an incendiary poison bomb goes off on his body.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
That'd have killed me.
Me too. I'd be fucking.
And the only
I'd be
thing,
down.
the only thing left of the assassin is his iron mask just stabs into a brick wall over to your right, kind of charred and disfigured.
I'm gonna take the iron mask and I'm gonna put it in my belongings.
Okay.
I'm a goblin. It's the right thing.
Maybe want to look at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Is there any? Can I roll a history check for the mask?
Maybe Arcana.
Investigation.
Or investigation? Yeah, it doesn't matter. I rolled a 6 plus history is 3. I got a 9.
Nothing out of the ordinary on that.
I'm
Just an
gonna
iron mask.
I'm
Can
gonna
I
put it in my
revert back to
belongings.
human form?
Yes, you can at any time.
Taking that mask.
Alright, so
You
I
didn't
revert
shine,
back.
bro.
I would like to check the remains.
Okay, 1 second. As the guard captain, having heard the explosion, comes down there and he says, Plick, are you okay?
I'm gonna show up randomly underneath him and just punch him in the nuts as hard as I can.
Okay.
And whenever he asks, I'm just gonna tell him he startled me. I got a 13, so 13.
Yeah, so that won't meet the guard captain's armor class, but you, pink, as your hand hits the, it doesn't hurt you, but it hits that. He goes, Plick, what on earth are you doing?
Hi, you scared me.
And then you check the remains real quick.
Arcana.
Go ahead.
You know what he's not getting from the
Nat
remains? That mask.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. So from the remains, you were able
Time's
to
a pussy.
pull a charred,
gonna have
a
to
bit of a
use that.
charred document written in a script you do not understand.
I'm proficient in all languages.
All languages of Trusia, yes.
So it's not of Trusia.
Yeah, so, finding that document and punching the guard captain in the nuts, what would the party like to do from here?
What did you find?
Found a document with no language I can understand, and I'm proficient in all.
Oi, lads.
I think we should take it to Galadriel.
I'm pretty low on health, so I agree.
Yeah. Let's
Take
let's
it to
head to
Gallen.
Gallen.
Regroup at the academy.
Low on spell points.
Are you gonna revert back? Or are you gonna stay in Griffin?
I'm
for-
staying in Griffin because I have no spell points and I still have more health now than I do as a
Maybe talk to Galandrill about your
Before we
poisoning,
rest, I will transfer.
or maybe
Oh
you.
yeah, Clark's still poisoned.
You are still poisoned.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Are you doing the creepy like eagle head tilt while you're saying all
Yes.
this? Okay, cool beans.
In between.
I have
imagine like that.
I have a question. This is gonna be a very out of the way,
Yeah, go ahead.
not supposed to happen type deal.
No, go ahead.
Can I use my deviant shadows to leak into his wound and pull the poison out?
You know what? Roll an Arcana. I'm with the rule of
Are you
cool.
telling me what's happening? You're just doing it.
14.
14. Is that plus your spell
That's plus
modifier?
my spell, yeah.
Yeah. So you manipulate the shadows that go into the wound as it begins to pull the poison out, and the shadows just envelop the poison in a small ball. You can see its kind of purple luminescence of the poison just in the shadowy orb that solidifies and drops into your hand.
Can I just pull a vial out to put this poison in?
Well, it's in the orb that he has, so it's in a solid encasement now, and you will now be able to carry all of them back to the Sorcery Institute.
Sweet.
Cool.
So y'all are flying.
So
back.
I guess he just
So can I keep
slurps
that?
out of my
Can I
body
keep
like a
that shadow ball in my little pouch?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. You're flying them all back.
yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you fly back, and
What kind of poison was that?
Sorcerers are awesome, Jacob.
it is a Bagarum poison. It's a small frog people from the Marsh Valley.
Can I roll an investigation on what that does to a person?
Not yet, because you're not familiar with poisons. As you fly back to the Sorcery Institute and you kind of land outside of its gates, do you transform or do you stay in your griffin form?
We're inside the city gates.
You're inside the Sanctum gates, the Sorcery
You're in the
Institute
Yeah,
gates.
so we're in the academy. Yeah, I'm transformed back.
Yeah, so you transform back and they just kind of fall off your back and they land on their feet and
Say I'd let him hop off first.
yeah.
Goodness, because if I take any more damage, I'm gonna die right there.
As-
Trip breaks ankle.
As Galandrill comes out of the gates and he says, "Click, what have you discovered?"
I'm going to rip the document from Matthew's hands, run up there and be like, "This is what we've discovered, Galandrill!"
I am going to roll a Constitution for that.
Well, that's a strength.
Strength?
Be careful because you might rip the document.
I would like to be healed, please.
So you do a sleight of hand and he does
Oh, I do a sleight of
4.
hand. 18 plus 6.
Yeah, so before you can even realize what's going on, he takes it as a goblin just runs up to Galandrill with the mask and the document in his hands. And he hands it to him. And he goes, "Oh dear,
I don't want to give him the mask. That's fine.
Oh, you're not showing him the mask?
I'll show it to him.
Oh yeah, so you show him. He observes them.
It's shiny.
He observes them and he hands them back to you and he says, "I think that we should step to my office."
Sir,
As he turns, puts his hands behind his back. Do you want to say something?
I have a question, sir.
Go ahead, Click.
Do you think we could get this mask incorporated into a hood for my robes?
You might not want that after we meet in my office. He walks back into the Sorcery Sanctum. The doors magically open before him. But that's a story for another time.